Can y'all see me?
Move your seats, woman.
Hey, everybody. There we are.
Move your seats, woman.
Okay, I don't know where to lay them now.
Over there.
Hold on. Wait, I'm here. Okay, Matt's gonna come get them.
Here.
Oh my goodness. That didn't work out quite like I thought it was going.
We've been going through seeds. Let's adjust. All right. Now we're ready.
Yeah. There's our people. Hey, hey. All right.
Ooh, y'all ready to talk about seeds? We got a bunch of people already in here saying, hey.
Good.
We got a bunch of people saying, hey, and not a bunch of people hitting the like button.
We need to turn that up.
What is that? Is that one of those red things?
There's Miss Dawn. I've been thinking about
Somebody had a comment about red just a second ago. I missed it. You want?
Sarah said she's tired of moving snow. It was.
You got another chestnut in here. Sharon said another chestnut. Let's see.
Yes, that was Miss Ursula was saying she uses a mic to talk to the computer, tell it what she wants it to say. And she was saying that well, closed caption, when he said his name was Rhett the other day, it called him Rat, and she didn't like it. Now, he kind of is a rat sometimes.
I'm not calling him Rat. All right, let me get back to
see, you're going to...
where we're supposed to be.
You're going to get us all confused. Hey, poor man.
He's got a hand waving and all kind of stuff.
There we go.
All right.
Sarah said they got 8 inches, expecting 20 by tomorrow.
All right. Gloria wants to know what we're planting today.
The only thing I'm planting today is myself in my bed.
I don't think that's what she meant.
No. So.
There's Dusty Goat.
Hey, y'all. So it is time to start some seeds.
Yeah, and we've got a pretty good list.
Well, you know what
now,
I wanted?
She asked what we're planting today. We will within the next couple of days, and there's supposed to be a lot of rain tomorrow, so it may be Friday before I get them in. But it is time for potatoes.
It is.
So I'm going to go ahead and get potatoes in. And we need to get some seed starts done. We're actually a week or so behind on our seed starts.
We are, but we've never had an issue with... We've been late starting before and never had any kind of issues.
Yeah, but my goodness, we've got so many projects. We have not started any of our seed starts, and we're way behind Wes.
Yeah.
On seed starts.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, they have that beautiful, those 2 greenhouses.
Yeah, 2 greenhouses.
Yes. Meg said it's freezing in East Idaho. Her high today was 15, going to snow during the night. She's ready for spring.
Dusty Goat said they have tons to plant, but work never ends, and that is a fact.
Yes.
And you got other projects going on, and Zoe's trying to have her raised bed garden, and I've got certain things I'm putting in the ground.
And that's what I wanted to show them.
And I'm not going to tell them how we're growing our potatoes yet. That's going to be another video. But we've got a little bit of a unique way we're going to grow our potatoes.
Mm-hmm. So we've done 2 potager videos now.
We have.
And I have really not shown them other than the thumbnail, my dream garden.
Do y'all want to see the drawing of it?
So we're going to dream together a little bit, because this is what I sat down and put together. And hey, Jody.
Miss Sue said they're in the 90s the next 3 days. I guess you kind of expect that in Orlando.
Yeah. So I know that this is not all going to happen this year. Not going to happen this year. But if I could just get the first third of it this year, I would be ecstatic. And then we can, or if we worked around the outside of it, that would be.
I think I'm gonna try to get the outside and about that first half.
This.
I think's what I'm shooting for. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to show everybody. Let's see.
They ain't gonna be able to see it.
Hold on. I'm going to turn the light off. There it is. So this is my dream garden. That's my dream potager. You've got an entrance. And then all the way around, it's got a 4-foot walkway. That way you can access all the beds from all the sides. So this will be a fence. We're talking a 4 or 5 foot fence.
Yeah.
Like a true fence to keep all the critters and all out. And so I've got some round things, which will be planters. I've got long beds, square beds, tiny beds, trellises. And I'm hoping to put maybe some green stalks in here.
Well, you've got 3.
I do have 3.
I got to get you 1 more so we have matching pairs.
And then there we go. Now you can see it. And
hey Val, I can see what you're typing. You just can't see me. You just listen to cornbread back here.
So yeah, it's ambitious, but you know what? It don't all have to happen at one time.
No.
So we can expand. See, we've already expanded on it and didn't even know we were going to, because that's 80 foot. We added another 20 foot for bees. We didn't even mean to.
Just on accident.
We did, and it's going to be wonderful.
But I don't think there's anything that could be better than having the bees set up at the end of that garden.
I think it's going to be great.
And looking at the front of the garden, to the left side will be the orchard, and then we'll have the bees right behind it. So right. I think it's going to work out perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Me too. It's going to be great. We've got us well, I lost my train of thought. Just like that. There it went. So anyway, I sat down today and went through our seeds.
Which is what was covering us up when we got on here. That was all the seed collection and storage.
Yeah. So I went through and we went through everything we have. I know y'all probably can't see all
Nope, they cannot see that with that light.
There it is.
You can see a little bit.
All that is what we have. We're going to plant.
Sarah's putting a bubble over her house. She's going to hibernate.
And then these are all the ones that I want to order.
That we don't have.
That I don't have. These are what's going to give me life. The others are the ones Nick had on his list. And these are the ones that's going to make it beautiful and tasty.
So mine are not going to be beautiful or tasty?
They might be tasty, but they're not going to be beautiful.
Oh. Beans are beautiful. Tomatoes are beautiful.
Tomatoes are beautiful, but did you have...
Okra's beautiful when it's fried.
Did you...
When you slice up okra and fry it, it's beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. But you don't have purple tomatoes. You don't have these bountiful...
Well, the Paul Robesons are really, really dark.
Yeah.
They're not purple, but they're really, really dark. And I love those.
Or Aunt Molly's ground cherries. I want to try that so bad. They are supposed to be like little tomato size, like
Is that what Jessica grows?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they taste like pineapple-y.
Zoe wants to grow a lot of stuff that Jessica Sowards grows.
Because I know it
because
works in
she
our zones.
already knows
yes.
kind of what works and what doesn't.
Yes.
Very well.
She does. And her zone and our zone are similar.
And I know what works in my zone. Peas, beans, squash, and tomatoes. And okra. Sliced and fried.
Sliced and fried. We like
That works in my
We
zone.
like
How about that?
We like stewed stuff, except for tomato. I mean, except for okra.
Hang on. Dawn said, "Do the YouTube thing and mash the like button." I'm
There we
gonna
go.
put
That's
that
cute.
up there. Ah,
You didn't even do it.
do
right.
the
There we
YouTube
go.
thing.
But see, my thing, I like to grow peppers. I found peppers of all, the Sugar Rush peach.
Miss Sue wants us to grow peanuts.
We
I
should-
looked.
you
I
know
saw their
what?
peanut seeds
We
today.
should
I
put-
looked. I don't know if they were in stock, but I saw them.
We should try it. Maybe down, maybe where the donkeys have been. There's already some fertilizer on the ground. We could
Maybe.
till it in.
Well, I know what is really good for peanuts. I know what peanut farmers come to get,
What's that?
and it's a byproduct of our power plants close by. It's gypsum.
I don't know what that is.
It makes peanuts grow like crazy.
Well, how about that? You know where to get some.
I don't know how to get it. I know where to get it.
You can figure that out. Gloria said she loves yellow tomatoes. Yes, y'all.
Do you know I've never had a yellow tomato?
Tomatoes are my favorite thing to grow. Tomatoes and cucumbers. I don't even eat cucumbers, but I love growing cucumbers. I love watching a vine take over and these vegetables just form.
I got to put that up here. Have you seen? You ought to see what Sarah put. Sarah's becoming one of my favorites.
Is she? See. That's so sweet. I love it. Yes, yellow tomatoes are low acid.
Candy. I personally don't care for pickled okra, but that question is to Zoe. So what do you think?
I do not. I actually have pickled okra that I have made and sold, but I don't eat it. I don't like.
I do remember you doing pickled okra.
I have a jar up there still. We actually opened a jar of pickles.
That was regular pickles, dill pickles
that I made last year or 2 years ago. I found them. I was looking for some cowboy candy for Mr. Kevin, and I found those pickles and pulled them down, and within about 5 minutes the boys had ate the whole batch. They were gone. Yes, tomatoes and potatoes are her favorite.
Lark's homestead, you grow the cucumbers to feed to the chickens. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, she grows them and feeds them to the chickens. Yes. See,
Hi, Karen.
None of us eat cucumbers except Chance. And
Chance will eat them raw.
He eats them. He'll walk around the farm just eating cucumbers.
He'll just eat a cucumber.
And he loves them with salt too. And so, I grow them, and just because I love to grow them, and he likes to eat them. Uh-oh. Miss Dawn's going to get you. She said,
I missed one live and I
So I want to grow.
You have to be pretty high on the list, Dawn, because I like people that give me a hard time. And Sarah's pretty good about it, and Christina gives me a pretty hard time, so I'm all right with that. But you're pretty high on that list.
Poor man said he planted 60 pounds of yellow pear tomatoes last year. Never got any. Night before picking, the rats ate them all.
Oh, good grief. Pickled mushrooms.
Oh. He said y'all are better than Archie Bunker or Sanford and Son.
Hey, I could see being compared to Archie Bunker.
I could see you being compared to Archie Bunker too. And his wife, the one with the curly hair.
Yes, and she talks like you.
Yeah. Oh, 60 feet of them.
If you started singing, I bet you would sound like Edith.
Do you want me to?
No. Because you would sound like Edith.
Hey, Papa's Kitchen. Yes, Beth. Cucumbers are naked pickles, but here I go again. They're too green. Cucumbers taste green and...
So, I saw somebody say they can't grow them.
Yeah.
We pulled the cucumber vines up that we had on a trellis in our backyard. Pulled them up out of the ground, threw them in the ditch because the city picks
forgot
up.
about that.
We can put limbs and leaves and waste like that, and the city comes and picks it up and carries it to a recycling area. We had cucumbers growing in the ditch.
We did. I forgot
Like
all about
after
that.
they picked the vines up, they picked the vines and limbs and stuff up, and all the tomato plants and everything we were through with.
Yeah.
Squash vines, we
So
were through it. We
cleaning the
threw it
garden
all
out.
in the
That's
ditch.
right.
They pick it up with the limb truck, and we ended up having a cucumber vine growing in the ditch.
Yes, we did. That I forgot all about that. That is right. We sure did.
Miss Sue, what was it nice? Me saying Zoe sing like Edith?
Yeah.
Y'all, she would. She smells burn.
Yeah. It tastes green. Yes, it does taste green. Nick got home yesterday and I said, "Do you smell that? It smells like burn in here." And he said, "Well, I thought you'd just been cooking all day." And I had been, but that wasn't it. It was just something smelled burn. Have you guys ever heard of habanero peppers? I know you have. I have some.
I didn't say anything.
I have some in the freezer.
I didn't answer.
You looked like you needed to answer.
So they are habanero and nada peno,
Habanero.
which means no heat.
All the flavor without the heat.
Don't quote me on this. One of those, I think, was done at the University of Arizona, but I'm not sure.
We grew the mess out of them last year.
We did. Good gracious. It was a lot. He's thinking about eating rats. He's got some.
Hey, Renee.
She was asking. So type it in there, Zoe.
Okay. Habanero.
It is like habanero, but ADA. And not a peno.
Oh, Lord. Not a pino and habanero, both heatless but have the flavor. Wasted peppers, if you ask me, bring on the heat.
So Zoe has to have the heat for the cowboy candy.
Right.
That the candied jalapenos are very popular around here. And she needs the heat for that. But as far as the flavor, they're good.
Yes, they are good.
They're both good. And actually, you get the habanero flavor, which I'm a big sissy. I don't like spicy anything. So I did not know what the habanero flavor was until I got those, so I could know. And it's really good.
Yeah.
But the people that like the habanero mango stuff and things like that, I never could eat it. You got some peach habanero something. And I can't have anything to do with it. So I didn't know what the flavor was until I finally got those.
That whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Peach habanero.
Sarah wants a Zoeism t-shirt. There's gonna be a Zoeism t-shirt.
That'd be fun.
MC, that's me. I used to like a little bit of heat. I mean, I never was one of these people that just wanted to be tortured. But I used to like sliced jalapenos on things and different peppers. And as I get older, they like me less and less. See,
I don't like hot so much that I'm sweating, but I like spiced food. But I used to not growing up. I did not want any cinnamon gum would be a little too spicy for me growing up. Like now I like heat. I just don't want it. I don't want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I like spiced though.
We got to get the seeds.
We're talking about seeds.
Oh.
We were talking about peppers.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So my list. Let's talk about what we have. I'm going to list off everything we know for sure. Oh, good Lord. You don't want me to?
Yeah, I don't care. You can.
I'll run through
That's a long list.
This is what all we are going to be planting. Market Mart cucumbers. Boston pickling cucumbers. Black Beauty zucchini. Early straight neck squash. Yellow crookneck squash. We do so well with squash and
Lots
zucchini.
of squash.
I
and
love
zucchini.
I love growing squash and zucchini too.
Sarah said, "Do we have 2 hours?" She's
Oh.
gonna have to read fast, Sarah.
Yeah. Big red ripper beans, contender beans, Roma beans, rattlesnake pole beans. Which rattlesnake pole beans grow fantastic on a trellis, and they look so pretty because they take over your trellis, and then you have these purple speckled holes, I guess what it is, the shells hanging, and you just pluck them as you see them ready, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful in on trellises. Lipstick peppers, bullnose
Lipstick peppers. If y'all don't know what they are, look them up. It looks like lipstick.
They do.
They're small little red peppers. They are candy sweet right off the plant. And they make the most amazing sweet pepper relish.
They do.
It is amazing.
Oh, and so I was going to say too that I take some of my jalapenos and jalapenos, and I do a lot of mixed pepper cowboy candy. So, and I add in banana peppers to it. That way you have different levels of heat, and it kind of plays off of each other. And so it's acceptable by a variety of palates.
Larks, I get the lipstick peppers, the seeds from Baker Creek heirloom seeds, which is where I get those.
Rareseeds.com.
Rareseeds.com is their website. They're not that easy to find, but they always have them at Baker Creek, so that's where I get.
And they're not, y'all. We buy a lot of our stuff are heirloom seeds. We've always just done heirloom seeds, and there's are reasonably priced. I would say it's comparable to any box store or anything like that. So lipstick peppers, bullnose bell peppers, that's your common bell pepper, California wonder bell peppers, and then banana peppers and jalapenos. So my tomatoes are the Paul Robeson.
Those are my favorites. And I think I actually got that from Jessica.
We did. That's one of her top ones.
Yeah.
Bonnie Best, beefsteak, and mortgage lifters. Those are very common tomatoes.
Those are slicers.
Yes, we do a lot of slicers. Then we're going to try, we've not done eggplant before. We're going to do Black Beauty eggplants. Clemson spineless, and Alabama red okra.
Okra, very popular.
We're going to do sugar baby watermelons on the trellis, and Jubilee and Charleston Grays in the pasture.
They'll be in the ground, yeah. Not in the pasture, just in the ground.
Well,
I'm not just going to throw them in the pasture.
We've had success with just stuff randomly. Pumpkins popping up in the pasture. But yes, I want to try some ground cherries this year. You need to look up that eggplant. It's called Listata de Gandia.
Okay.
I really, really liked that.
Okay.
And then some blue and purple kale.
Okay.
For my containers. Some mango. It's called mango. It's a mango melon.
You don't eat any melons.
Well, it's called vine peach.
Sarah don't like eggplants or okra. Is that what that face is for?
She's going. Bleh.
I love okra.
Only fried though.
I don't want boiled okra. It's too slimy.
Eggplant. We used to make like a we made a lasagna doing eggplant, thin sliced.
Mr. Jim, you may have to tell me the story behind those. He said there's a good story behind the tomatoes called mortgage lifters.
I've heard the story. There's a okra called Jing Orange that I want you to check out too.
Okay.
What else? Oh, the tomatoes. So I want to try spoon tomatoes. They are the size of peas.
She doesn't like zucchini either unless it's in bread. Sarah sounds picky.
She sounds
She a
like
picky
she don't
eater.
like vegetables much like me.
They probably taste too green. Sarah's gonna tell somebody that they taste too green.
They probably are. I mean,
Well, eggplant's not
I
green.
love to grow
Okra's
vegetables,
green.
but I don't eat a lot of them. I love corn. Corn's my favorite.
You didn't even list corn because I didn't tell you. We will grow peaches and cream.
She's not picky.
We'll have peaches and cream corn, Silver Queen corn, and Trucker's Delight corn.
Oh, and then Hoss has some indigo rose and sun sugar tomatoes I want to try, and the Cherokee purples.
The Cherokee purples I've heard of.
That's what I would like. Oh, I love spinach. I do love spinach. She said spinach. I love spinach.
MC's never had okra or eggplant.
Oh, wow. Fried eggplant.
Fried eggplant is good. I like fried. I like to slice the eggplant thin, slice it and squash long ways and thin and grill it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
You know what it would be good as? Like a Parmesan kind of thing. Like a chicken.
Joey, you're so original. Eggplant Parmesan. That would be awesome.
Is that a thing?
It is very much a thing,
she just
baby.
said the same.
Baby, it is so much a thing.
Oh, well, I was original.
You're such a great idea.
Thank you.
You should be a chef. You came up with the idea of eggplant Parmesan.
I never knew.
I've had it. It's very good.
I'm going to punch him.
Sue's laughing at you, or is she laughing at me being a smart
She
aleck?
was laughing at you because she knows you're going to get punched.
Maybe that's what it is. She's laughing because you're finna hit me.
Lark said shave the eggplant and use it as noodles. Yep.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Liver
I've had
sausage.
liver sausage, duck blood soup, blood sausage, and more. She's
So not picky.
Said,
I touched a nerve telling Sarah she was picky.
well, she needs you being ugly.
I was not. I was joking.
So she said she's had liver sausage. That's something, we talked about spam and all that. So that's like that Bratschwager
The what?
liver sausage spread. It's called Bratschwager. Bratschwager.
I don't know. I don't think I've heard of that.
Bratschwager.
Meg's little house in the country said Cherokee purple tomatoes are so good.
Would you like to say
Maybe
hello?
you want to tell them hello?
Yeah. Chris said if you would only grow cornbread, you wouldn't have to ever leave the farm.
That's a fact.
Tell them, hey,
Say hey.
everybody.
Hey, everybody.
What are you doing in there?
Watching TV.
Watching TV.
Braunschweiger. Braunschweiger
But
is how you pronounce
But
it, she said.
Everybody is saying, hey, Farmer Rat.
There's Lolene. Braunschweiger. So do you guys eat that? Stop.
You can. You
Do
ready?
you guys eat that stuff?
Oh, gosh.
I love it. I don't.
Okay.
Nick does not. I grew up eating it with crackers. Braunschweiger.
I had never heard of it.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yes, you do. You've seen it. It's liver sausage pate.
Shh, he's got to tell me a secret.
Oh. Oh, with onion, that would be good. I've always done it the poor man way. Take the little club cracker, the off-brand club cracker, and put a half of a slice of cheese on it and a little bit of that with a little bit of mustard or a little mayonnaise. And I grew up eating that with my grandparents. And so I know it's not something a lot of people my age eat, but it's wonderful.
Hey, you
Goose liver.
guys.
Do you like goose liver? You do?
Mhm.
He liked the chicken liver.
He did.
I like it. What was it? What?
It was fried chicken liver. You loved it.
What?
What are you doing?
What is
All right,
chicken?
quit.
What is chicken
Come
liver?
here,
Do you
bud.
remember when we went to that? Do you remember when we went to that restaurant
Yeah.
and you shared my lunch with me and it was chicken livers
Remember
and
the
you
chicken
ate
livers?
all of them?
You ate all the chicken livers.
What were they?
You thought it was chicken nuggets.
What were they?
Chicken livers.
You don't have any clue.
Uh-uh.
Oh goodness. I've never had sardines.
I used to actually like sardines, but not so much now.
Well, we went to this little restaurant in town. We were going to go to Main Street Cafe, and we decided they didn't have something you wanted. They had the tomato casserole that I like, but they didn't have a good meat for your meat and three.
They didn't have anything I wanted. I mean, they had
Yes,
something good,
yeah.
but it wasn't anything
So
I
we
wanted
went-
that day.
We went next door. What's the name of that place?
Dinner bell.
The Dinner Bell. And so they have chicken livers, fried chicken livers, and I saw somebody's come out and it was just coated in this really thick crust, and I said, I bet that's going to be good. I've never had them before. And I took them off. I was reading where it says taking off his clothes. So I ordered them, and Rhett ate most of them. Chicken feet are yummy. Dawn said her 3-year-old grandson keeps taking his clothes off and streaking. It's flipping cold in here, and he don't seem to feel the frost. That's how Rhett is. Rhett don't care.
She's listing off stuff she eats now: chicken hearts and gizzards and frog legs. And
I've never seen listed gizzards. Have you? I don't think I've ever seen.
I haven't
gizzards.
seen it listed there.
Well, Miss Sue's gonna be coming to town for the weekend, so she's gonna need to
Yeah,
know.
in April.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out what's on the menu in April so she
That
can know whether to
Country
eat it.
Kitchen might have them too. I wonder if they have them.
I don't know.
Beef liver, beef tongue, liverwurst. Yeah, liverwurst.
I've never had it.
It's good. I think you would like it because you like spam and that kind of.
I don't know. It just the name kind of throws me off.
Is okra similar to pokey? No. No. What I don't know what I would compare okra hominy.
No, homony's corn.
Well, it's still like texture wise.
No, not
No?
even close.
Okay. Not a big fan of fried chicken livers, but I love fried chicken gizzards and hearts. Cow liver is good for iron.
I've never
Mark said poke
understood.
salad, not even close.
Yeah, it's not. I'm trying to figure out. And Valerie, you might have to explain this. I've heard people say before that they didn't like livers and like gizzards or vice versa. I don't like either one, so it doesn't matter. And we sell our chicken livers, but we don't sell the gizzards because I'm not going through the trouble cleaning them. But I think my dad was a big fan of gizzards, but I don't know what the difference is because like I said, I've tried chicken livers. I don't remember if I've even tried gizzards, but I don't like either one. Liver always tastes too irony for a Zoeism. Tastes irony.
I haven't. Sarah said okra goes in the compost.
Okra is good, but okra does end up
So-
in the compost because it won't stop growing.
Yeah, it doesn't.
can't pick it
Man,
fast
ours
enough.
got so tall and it just kept producing over and over. We would cut it down and it'd just shoot on up. See,
Gizzards and
gizzard
hearts can
seems
be
to
made
a
into
very
gourmet dog
popular-
treats. Gizzards and hearts can also be bait on a trot
I
line
was
to
gonna
catch
say, a lot
catfish,
of
and that's
people
what
use them. Here, we give ours to our friend to use for catfish bait.
Yeah, it goes on a trot line to catch catfish.
Hey, Aunt Lucy.
Hey, Lucy's been cooking.
Lolene said gizzards aren't really too bad to clean. You just have to get a hold of the lining and peel it off.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I know how to do it. I'm just not gonna.
It's always
Because
used
then
for
you have to
gizzards.
cut it open and clean it out too, because it's full of rocks and
Yeah.
whatever.
Okra is a seed pod. So who was it that was saying they had not had okra? MC?
Yeah, MC was no, it wasn't
Rhubarb.
MC. Somebody was asking what it was like.
You can get it. I would.
Tom, I have heard that. He said liver should be marinated in milk to reduce the metallic taste. I have heard that, but I don't eat it enough to try it. But I have heard that being a remedy for that.
Mhm.
Sarah
You're
said it
picky
sounds
right
like
now.
I'm picky. Do I look like I'm a picky eater, Sarah? Really? Just because I won't eat chicken, gizzards, and livers, do I look like I'm a picky eater?
There's Miss Carol. She said she's back. Her battery died. Her life was over for a few minutes. Look, she said things that you didn't say.
A day without Zoe is like a day without sunshine.
I told you people like me.
Val said her mom soaked it in milk too. I've heard that. I've never actually tried it
Yes,
myself.
so
I don't
MC
eat
was
it.
the one that has not ate okra.
Oh, okay.
So you can, I think you can like, I'm thinking of like at the grocery store, you can get stewed okra and tomatoes. Is that right? Like Margaret
Probably.
Holmes.
Probably, yeah.
I wouldn't get a cheap brand, but you should try it. You really should. Like, I think Margaret Holmes is a good one. What's the other one that's kind of similar to Margaret Holmes?
I keep seeing people talking about turkey gizzards. She buys turkey gizzards and hearts at the grocery store and puts them in the slow cooker. I saw somebody else talking about turkey gizzards on a comment. I just missed it because they were scrolling fast. But
I like
the
living
turkey
as long as
gizzards
it's
we
cooked.
pulled out looked like a baseball.
They were big, and they weren't. Is that like the crop? I mean, it's not. Are they full
Yeah,
like a crop?
yeah.
Like ours?
Well, no, you don't want a full crop, but the gizzard
No,
is full. It's the first thing I pull out when I do the
oh
process.
yeah, those things
That
were
big ball.
Yeah.
Well, with a turkey, it was like a baseball size.
I think we froze them, didn't we?
No, throw them in the compost pile.
Oh, okay.
Val,
They
they do
do
put
put
okra
okra
in
in
gumbo,
gumbo.
and that's when I don't like it because it gets slimy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And okra too. Another thing with okra is when
Who
you're,
said that they were growing some this year?
another
I'm
thing,
missing comments. They're scrolling by really fast.
That's okay. Another thing that with okra is if you let it grow too long, you have to be careful with certain varieties.
Oh,
because,
Poor Man's Homestead is planting some this year.
Oh, it'll be wonderful. Get you some spineless though, because you will kill your fingers with okra if you don't have spineless.
When you get ready to cut it.
Oh, because it's just got these little tiny hairs on it, and they will eat your fingertips up.
We use a little knife or snips or something and cut it off the plants because it just keeps going. It keeps coming back over and over and over and over and over.
Hey, Carolyn.
You'll have to pull the plants up eventually just to get rid of the okra,
and they take a lot. You can do pruning on them as well. We talked about that Sunday, I believe, is pruning your tomatoes and you prune your squash plants, and you'll prune your okra to where you train it to not grow any taller if you keep it stunted. Or you can keep your main stalk and just have one or two coming off that keep reproducing over and over and over.
Colleen said she likes venison liver because it's sweet.
Okay. That's neat.
Now, I used to work with a guy that would beg us to bring him venison hearts, but
she said don't throw your turkey innards away because your dogs go nuts over them. Well, you want to know what loves being up under Nick when he's processing?
The chickens.
The yard chickens. They love all the little pieces that he's
because little pieces, I'll just throw it instead of putting it in the gut bucket. I'll throw it to them, the lungs, things like that when I pull it out, and I can't get rid of the chickens.
That's right.
So our layers stay right up under me while I'm processing broilers.
Yeah, they do. They love it. They love all those little pieces. But the okra, I was talking about your variety of okra. you have to be careful to differentiate. If you've got an okra that's supposed to be a short pod and you're letting it go longer and it gets bigger,
it gets real woody and hard.
It's not going to be good. No matter what you do to it, you're going to cut it and it's going to be hard to cut. And it tastes woody, and it's
Alabama red. You have to pick real small because it gets like this big around, and it has red spines down the side, and they'll get really tough. So you have to pick it real small, real young, but it is good when you do it.
But there's some that are supposed to mature to be big and long, but not all of them are. If you press on it and that thing's hard, you don't want it. It's past. You might as well cut that and feed it to the animals, or it's too far. But you want to wear, unless you have a spineless variety, make sure you wear some gloves. We use plants or pruning shears. Is that what they are? And
or gloves. A knife.
Yeah, and
a little small knife. But either way, you cut it off the plant.
Yeah.
But it will get in your hands.
It's like fiberglass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like fiberglass all in your fingertips.
Purple okra.
I'll have to look at that. Because they
we have grown cow horn.
Mm-hmm. Now you can pick your okras when they're small and pickle them whole, which is what I did when we were getting an abundance. Is I started cutting them real small and pickling them and selling them as pickled okra small.
But if you don't pick every day, okra will get away from you.
Ooh, fast. And one you're watching, if you're watching one and you go 24 hours, that thing will be too far gone.
Yeah, it could.
You might as well just go ahead and clip it when you think it needs one more day, because the next day it's going to be too
far.
Go
ahead and get it.
Yep. Papa said he hated picking okra as a kid. So, Sarah, I have Swiss chard seeds. And I have not. I've cooked with it before, but I have not. I've not grown it. And I wanted to do kohlrabi. I want to try doing that too. But I think we're going to look into that a little more to see what it would be good paired with. So Jody said, "What sort of water system are we planning for the garden?"
Once we get all the raised beds in, my plan is to have a gravity feed from the rain barrels.
Okay.
For like drip tape type constant watering. But other than that, we'll be doing it the same way we do everything else.
Just watering it by.
Yeah, well, we have enough reach to get a hose to there. Oh,
that's right. We do. We have
to there we have a
we do.
We have enough reach to get a hose there, but what I would prefer to do if our weather cooperates and if we get it all in there, and I won't put that in until we finish all the boxes. But once I get all the boxes in, I have those rain barrels back there, and that's what I plan to do with it.
I was just thinking, if we've got the water hoses that'll reach all the way down to the garden area.
Yeah.
And then we could run some hard lines from maybe a spigot there at the gate.
Yeah.
Under the rocks.
Well, we'll have
out to the beds.
I'm going to have drip tape. Right. I want to see.
Right.
If with the drip tape, if I can get it to gravity feed from those barrels.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's going to work, but I want to try it.
Yeah.
Maybe another failure video.
Hey, I mean, all we can do is try. We have watered that entire garden from one side to the other with a pump.
Trash pump. Sure did.
A pump. And
we would drop the suction hose in an IBC tote
that same
and had
one
a trash
that we water
pump
with now.
And off a 1.5-inch hose, and I would just spray it, and Zoe would drive down through there.
We looked like we were putting out a fire driving through there, but we watered that whole garden all summer, all the way around, from one end to the other.
We didn't have a choice. We had so little rain that year.
Oh,
it was ridiculous.
But it worked. I mean,
it did.
We've making what we have work because running water lines is going to be a big undertaking. and a cement block, and the gravity will help it go.
I have some wooden platforms that they're going to be on, and we'll see the. I don't know how much attention you paid to it, but there's a bank right at the edge of Zoe's garden,
Mhm.
between the garden and where the orchard's going to be. And that's where I plan to put those platforms. So if I put a 2 or 3 foot platform plus that 1 foot of bank and that barrel, I think I can get it to gravity feed drip tape and
Oh, yeah.
probably keep
That's
everything in pretty
plenty.
good
I
shape.
think that's probably, we could probably put a few of them down through there to feed.
Well, I've got 4 barrels.
Oh, that'd be good.
So that's what I'm planning to do, but that won't go in until
We've got beds in
we
place.
have all the beds done.
Right. IBC totes cost so much money here now, over $100.
Poor man's homestead, I actually paid 0 for these totes, and we have
10?
6. We have 6.
No.
We've got one we use trailer.
Richard brought
We
us
brought 4.
and we've got 2 more over by the house. That's 7.
We got 7. I'm sorry.
We have 7 of them that we didn't have to pay anything for.
We were using one as water for the ducks. We actually had up on blocks, remember?
Mm-hmm, we did.
We were using it for the ducks and geese. So we would fill it about halfway up because that's all the capacity the tractor had to pick up when you're using that much water. We would fill that tote about halfway full, and we put it up on cement blocks and used it to water the ducks and geese.
Change out their pool every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so we do, we've got 7 of them. I've got 4 unused, and we technically have 1 more that's made into that bulk feeder for the pigs.
No, we won't count that because that goes.
It's
for
a
the
bulk
pigs.
feeder.
Yeah.
And I may use some of the others as different types of feeders, but we'll see. But I have the totes that could be used, but I don't want to use anything that big. And I have those barrels that basically can't be used for anything else unless I cut them in half and use them as troughs like we did for the pigs.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's what I plan to use the bigger versions of those for.
Fortunately, it's the IBC totes. It would only be water anyway. It's not like so they could be repurposed when it was time.
Don, we used one of them as the top is open, the one that we use for watering the animals, but it doesn't sit still long enough to catch much rainwater. I don't have a good system set up for catchment yet. I want to, but we have not done that yet.
Did Farmer Brett get a haircut?
Not lately.
He hasn't had a hair. He's actually probably due for one. He just looks like it because he's been laying down. Or it's getting so long that it's laying flat now.
Cut them in half and do aquaponics.
And use your IBC totes.
I've read a little bit about that, but I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some YouTube videos on it, but I don't know that. I don't know that much about aquaponics or hydroponics. I've seen different things.
When you say cement, I always think of Beverly Hillbillies cement pond. I don't know why. I guess I just like
Sarah. That's why I say I sound like cornbread.
Cement. You can harvest the fish. She's got a good mentality of things.
I just don't know how to do any of it. I mean, I've seen some of it, but I don't know enough about it. Because you know me, I research things to death.
Oh yeah.
And I have not looked into that as much. Martha said it takes a lot of equipment.
Aquaponics doesn't work there because it's too cold unless she heats the garage.
I may just have to look and see what all
it work
entailed.
Good where Miss Sue is then.
Well, yeah, Miss Sue's where it's always warm. She just goes further south when it drops below about 70. She'll just go further south. She don't care. And she said there's some cheap ways to do it. I don't know. We might have to.
Yeah,
I'm just curious. The last thing I need is another project.
That's all right.
I don't need another project, but I'd like to look into it and get some information on it, maybe.
Yeah, it'd be neat to read about and see how people do it. And the plants are expensive. She says I have to have heat. Well,
She gonna send a couple of links. We'll see. I mean, I'm interested to read on it.
no, Cliff, I hadn't replaced the tree. He's not gonna make me do that until we get them moved anyway. So I got out of that one.
But Cliff, I did go. I think we talked about it Sunday. I went Saturday to a fruit trees class at Pedals
Bye,
from the
Mr.
Past.
Jim.
So I will be replacing my poor pear tree that Zoe ran over. But it was going to be moved anyway, so I'll just give it a fresh
helped you
start.
out. I don't know. Didn't she say Tracy tell you that it probably wasn't salvageable?
Yeah. It's not, that one's not salvageable. I said I'm starting over.
Oh, so I don't have to keep avoiding that stump anymore?
No, we can just dig it up. Poor Man's Homestead wants to know if you can raise one pig by itself. Yeah.
Yep. They do not have to run. They don't have to have a partner running a.
I mean, it's okay if you've got some other animals with it, but if you're just raising one to feed out, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hurt a thing.
Sarah said she's not a researcher. She just goes all in, and when it don't work, there's some bad language, and then she tries.
That's the way Zoe does it.
Yep.
She don't research nothing. She just does it, and then she'll say, Nicholas. And then she tells me what went wrong and wants me to fix it.
Uh-huh. Well,
it's kind of like Rhett playing Farm Simulator. She gets herself into situations and then she wants me to get her out of it.
Yeah.
Like driving the water trailer through the pine trees that there was no hope of it fitting, and then she wanted me to get her out.
Or like when I tilted the tractor on its side.
When you went where I told you not to go in it, yeah, just like that.
Water.
Yeah, just like that. I said, Zoe, do not go off there. Guess where she went.
Turned the tractor on its side.
Almost.
I should have my seatbelt on.
He said he might be able to hide one pig, but not 4 or 5.
No. Yeah, one would be good. And that's a good place to start too.
Well, Cliff, there's going to be a lot better markers. He said I need to put up steel pipes around the trees so you don't run them over.
I just put
all the trees are going to be on a trellis system in the orchard. If you've seen what Jason's put up or what Wes and Angie are working on right now, we are also working on that right now. And hopefully, if there's big 6x6s and cable and things like that, she will be able to see that.
Well, I'm trying to unclick it.
Well, she got a good question.
She did. That's what I was trying to show you. So, Miss Gail, we thought that Gertrude had been bred. So Gertrude has been through 2 cycles that we know of that we've seen and did not get bred. So I'm not sure. We're going to let her go through one more cycle, and then we might have to find another route to go with her.
You're going to have to scroll up a little bit and find out what.
Right there. He said he don't think they would like him to raise more than 1 pig in the city. Oh,
okay. I got you.
Talking about the Karens.
I was trying to figure out what he said that was going to bring the Karens out. Scroll back up. Somebody said something about the Arms family.
Chat with Daniel at Arms Family Homestead.
About what, Noreen? She said something about check with Daniel. I don't know what she was saying to check about.
Only about 6 chickens, 6 poultry. Yeah. So that's the thing. Nick.
Wait a minute. Now, Dawn had a good answer for you, poor man's homestead. She said that her daddy raised one in the city right outside of Boston till they converted it into a smokehouse.
We the difference between me and Nick is, see, I would have just put some boxes out there and put some dirt in it, and here comes springtime and I got grass growing up in my boxes, and I would have never thought to till the ground, smooth it out, put some tarps, put some rocks, put some boxes. So I'm glad that you think things through. I just wish it was on my time frame.
Zoe wants
I want things now.
me to be able to do it right, but she wants it done immediately.
I do.
Zoe
I
wants
like
you to
instant
do it
gratification.
do it right, but do it in a half way
No.
time
No,
frame.
I want, in half time frame. I want it done. I want it perfect in half
Oh,
the time.
she was saying on the
Hydroponics.
hydroponics. Daniel does hydroponics.
I don't know.
Unless I mean,
It might be in the greenhouse. Oh, I think
He
I
doesn't
remember
do
him talking about
hydroponics.
doing watering from the bottom and all. We'll have to look
I
back.
don't
I don't
remember.
know. Bye, Paul. Yeah, so right now, give me what I want right now in the perfect way where there's nothing else going to go wrong. It's like shopping. I would just rather go to the store. I don't really want to go to the store, but that's the only way I can get it right now. I can order everything I need on Amazon. And it's going to be what I want, but I can't have it here right now.
Yeah. So MC said Daniel used to do a bunch. Gail's talking about the self-wicking tubs.
Yes.
Now he does still do that.
Yeah.
He still does the self-wicking tubs, but I
Yeah.
did not even know about hydroponics.
Yeah, poor man said that he had used to, but he thinks he quit doing it.
I'll have to look into it to say, but yeah, the big tubs he's got on the self-wicking system, yes, he still does that.
Yeah, Sarah, you used to be able to order on Amazon and be here in the next day or two. Now it takes about a week. Like my mom, she told us all our lives, I want you to event instant there.
She said in the greenhouse he did.
Aquaponics has fish, hydroponics.
Well, and that's what I said. I said it both ways. I said I don't know anything about aquaponics or hydroponics. I've seen a little bit of both, but I don't know enough about them.
I won't right now. Yeah.
Now he uses like protein tubs, like you would buy the big 200-pound protein tubs for cattle, stuff like that. Now that's what they do the self-wicking stuff in. But if he was doing like bigger tubs or big barrels, I honestly don't know. I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, that'd be neat to see. Well, are you ready to?
Yeah, I guess.
Guess we need to go crawl ourselves in bed.
We need to let all these folks go to bed.
Yeah, we're getting a little old. We've started baseball season, so we've been baseballing every day except Sunday. Last time we were with you guys, and we start back. Rhett's got baseball tomorrow. I'll have to share a video for you guys of Rhett and his first. Let me tell him real quick.
Go ahead.
So
Jody's got to go to work. Bye, Jody.
So Farmer Rhett decided that he wanted to skip. They decided to go. I'm getting myself confused. It was time for them to run bases. It was his first practice, and Farmer Rhett took off skipping, and he skipped around the entire thing.
Yeah, he did. He didn't the first time.
I have it on video. He had already gotten upset with Daddy, and he was stomping and telling Daddy how to play baseball. And so it's interesting.
The first time around the bases, he did okay. And then he decided that he had lost interest and started skipping.
Yeah. All right, guys. I might go live with you tomorrow. I'll be baking a bunch of cookies tomorrow. So I might just need some people to hang out with me. So, all right. We will see y'all on the next video. Ready? Tell them bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.